Next story we have here is about Harley Quinn being in a future Batman film, and specifically Katee Sackhoff of Battlestar Galactica and Riddick fame. Basically putting in her bid to play as Harley Quinn in a future Batman movie. Nothing's official yet. It's just her expressing her interest, but she's quoted here saying, "I love Harley Quinn. I do. I just love it. It's not been done before. It's the fantastic mix. I mean, it's like the female Joker. Who wouldn't want to do that? Quite potentially, it's not around, so I wouldn't feel the weight of it. I'd probably sell my firstborn at this point to do that."
Ooh.
So she's serious about this. She really would love to play as Harley Quinn. I don't really blame her. Harley's a great character, but how would you feel about first off Harley Quinn being in a movie, and second off having Sackhoff playing as her?
I'm okay with both. Now, Katee Sackhoff isn't the dainty style Harley Quinn we would think about. She's a little more buff and, she's a little bit manly, but she's still pretty hot. So, I mean, I could see it. I'd buy it.
Well, Harley has that more athletic kind of body anyway.
Well, I mean, you got people on both sides of the fence. You got people who think that Harley Quinn is this tiny little, whatever. Harley Will's a giant mallet. She's got to have some muscles. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on now. She's one of the best Batman characters that's ever been created.
And
she's been needed for a long time now,
And we lost Ledger, so we can't. It's gonna be really hard to do Joker over again. For somebody to sell us that good on it. So it's kind of let somebody else step up to the plate as a villain. Maybe they can portray in a very good light. Not to mention, after hearing that one line you just told me, well, she's well on her way.
I think a big question, at least for me, with her portraying as Harley, is how would she be able to, I don't know, how would she do the voice, I guess, because there is obviously the voice that we remember from the Batman animated series, kind of like that, oh, Mr. J kind of thing, and
Oh, come on, Puddin'. Don't you want to rev up your Harley? Vroom, vroom.
I don't know. Do you feel she should try to aim for that, or could she potentially go branch off to her own?
I think she should. She could aim for it a little bit. You can make nods to it. That would be the best way to go about it. Do kind of the same thing, but make it your own thing at the same time.
These kinds of things are delicate because everybody likes some of the stuff that people don't find important about characters are what most people love. Yeah, and that kind of thing. It's if you did something different, you'd just be appealing to a new fan base. That's pretty much it. But if you're going to do that, always pay homage to fans. Always. Don't ever... That's my one, rule with, comic characters is if you're going to make a character for the first time, at least pay homage. Give fan service, because that's very important to the character.
Yeah. I mean, I think, it's obviously going to be, kind of a tricky role for any actor if they're portraying, an already established character in that sense, because, you do want to kind of pay, a little bit of the fan service for people who already, know, this well-established character, but at the same time, as an actor, you want to leave, your own mark on it.
Yeah. It's the complete opposite of, say, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. He is funny and he's a dick, so it's perfect. You probably wouldn't have found a better role.
Couldn't have cast one better.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if they actually add in Harley Quinn for a future movie. I know I'd love to see it, but I guess we'll have to see, because I think you kind of have to get a Joker first before you get Harley Quinn in there.
Yeah, they kind of have to occur at the same time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Or who's to say that you couldn't introduce her character before she's Harley Quinn in something?
Harley Quinzel. That's what she started at.
Yeah.
She's a psychiatric doctor at Arkham.
Yeah, and who's to say you couldn't introduce her character like that?
Harley Quinzel.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, because then you get to see both sides of her at that point. So not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And you get to see Katie's acting ability on the other section of that, because everybody wants to know if she can play Harley Quinn, but what about her persona before that?
Right. You can kind of play up the whole origin of her, kind of so as to introduce people to her who might not realize who she is, because as we all know, the movie verses of these comic universes are so vastly different that people just kind of grow up just knowing about the movies and not necessarily where they came from.
Right.
This could potentially tie into it's the Man of Steel sequels and leading up to Justice League and everything. You could have Harley Quinn kind of be thrown in there. You know, like since we do know there's supposed to be like, you know, Joker and Lex Luthor in there. It's been rumored anyway that Bryan Cranston's going to be Lex Luthor, and then there's going to be like Joker along with that. You know, which I don't think there has been any like solid rumors yet anyway on who's going to play as the Joker, but you know, it'd be interesting to see if like, you know, they throw in like Harley Quinn as like, you know, like as like his henchman more or less, but like have her in there as like, you know, someone who kind of like mix it up and maybe like bring in more of like that female demographic crowd, you know?
Possible.
Yeah.
Very possible.